Hi, welcome. I'm Lisa. This is day 15, and the topic for today is healing and holiness. So we're moving into a new phase now, and today I want to talk about healing, holiness, sickness, and illness. And what I want you to become aware of is that your mind has been divided by two thought systems, and it's been totally committed to neither. And what I ask for you to do now is to be totally committed to your holiness for the rest of our time together. This is our 40 days in the desert, and we're experimenting with new ideas. And I ask you to make a total commitment to identifying with the truth of what you are, your innocence, your holiness, the love that you are, the light that you are, and take your focus off of the body. So what I ask you to do for the rest of our time together is to not try to heal the body. And this can really create a lot of discomfort because we're so used to trying to heal things and fix things and change things. And all suffering is nothing more than the belief that something needs to be different. And what you start to notice is that you feel a stirring in you now. The spirit's been awakened. You've been reminded of the truth of what you are. And the fear-based thought system, which is called the ego, and it's nothing, it knows its days are numbered, and it's no longer going to pretend to be your friend. And the biggest fear of the ego is to look within. And that's what I'm asking you to do now. And, this idea of the holy instant, just putting your hand on your heart, and you don't have to put your hand on your heart, but it's a really good centering practice where it brings all of these energy fields which are flying to thinking about the past and thinking about the future and externally searching outside of yourself for your happiness. And that's what illness is. Illness is some form of seeking externally. You're seeking out there for your happiness. And what we're doing now is we're changing our direction from externally searching to looking within and recognizing I am happiness. I am wholeness. And the recognition of my wholeness is what heals. And health is inner peace. And so we're learning how to calm our minds and remember the truth. And I love the story of the prodigal son in the Bible. A son of a very rich man decides that he can do it better by himself. And he leaves his home and wanders far away and squanders his inheritance. And that's what we do here in our human life, is we have everything. We have a very rich father, and we decided that we could do it better, and we wandered away, and we've been squandering our inheritance. And you begin to forget that you have everything. And what happens now is to come to a point where you realize you can't do it alone anymore. And often what happens at that point is pride kicks in, and you want to prove that you can do it by yourself. And you keep wandering away in darkness until you come to a point when you realize I can't do it alone anymore. The things I've been doing, they're not working. And you stop right in your tracks. You stop right where you are. You stop doing the things you're doing, and you turn around and you head in a new direction. And the direction is within. You've been heading without, and now you're heading within. So all healing is a release from fear. So you've been having the willingness to look at your fear. And the greatest fear is looking within. And you'll know that that's true if you sit quietly. If you make this decision that you're going to spend some time alone with God, in the quiet, remembering your holiness, and the mind starts to go crazy. It's like, no, do anything but this. I want to make a phone call. I want to go for a drive. Oh, I need some milk. Let's go to the store. Let's check Facebook. Let's read a book. And you start to see, whoa, like I am afraid of looking within. I'm afraid of love. I'm afraid of the light. And because we're in our 40 days now, and we're using Jesus as the model of mastery, as we're saying, okay, no, I'm going to look. I'm going to sit quietly, and I'm going to choose to remember my identity. And this wholeness and this focus on your holiness heals everything. And I've always been fascinated by the idea of what would I be doing if I was healed? I spent so much of my life trying to heal things, to heal my body. I was constantly on a diet. I was constantly doing these things to improve myself. And I never actually saw that what I was doing was attacking myself. It was hatred for myself. And I did this exercise where I thought, okay, what would it be like on the other side of my healing? Let's just say I'm totally healed. That I'm in that space now where I have everything. I have the body I always wanted, all the money I always wanted. I have everything I always wanted. What am I like in this space? Well, I'm not attacking myself anymore. I'm not searching outside myself. I'm not complaining how horrible my life is. I'm free now. And I thought, oh wow, is it possible to live from that place? And I found out that it is. And then what happens is my whole external picture of my life began to change. I stopped searching outside of myself. I made this decision now that I am what everything is. And you go from the horizontal, from searching externally, to the vertical. And what has happened for me is to come back, to take that peace that I found in the timelessness, and I carry it back now as a clear reflection. This is what Jesus did. He saw the truth of the kingdom of heaven, which is pure love, and then he became the clear reflection of it here in the world. And that's where the healing is. You realize there's nothing to heal. Everything is whole and healed and perfect. And now all you do is accept it. So today I ask you to focus on your holiness now. Make this your total commitment for the rest of our time together. And just recognize that all suffering comes from the belief that something needs to be different. And we are moving into a new space now. I'm going to stay with the topic of healing for a while. It's because it's a whole different way than the world heals. Like we think, no, I need to heal something. And today we're recognizing that all healing is released from the past. We're releasing ourselves from our timeline. We're releasing ourselves from our body identity. And we're acknowledging that we are whole. We are healed. And if you knew your holiness, you would drop at your feet. And the angels, they're already bowing to you. This light is brilliant. The presence of you is extraordinary. And you will come to know it. You will come to know this light that you are. And it's simply a presence. You don't have to do anything. It's already shining in you. And your focus has been so much on the body and trying to change things that you didn't realize. You didn't realize the light that you are. And so now I'm asking you simply to shift your perception and just make that commitment to just being who you are in truth. And it will stir up a lot of just old fears, and because you don't know what this new space will look like, and you don't need to. And we're taking our first step into a place we swore we would never go, into the light. And I thank you for being with me and for doing this work together for the healing of our minds, which is the healing of the world. And I thank you so much. I love you.